12.
We talked about how difficult this qualifying session is. Danica Patrick currently 11th. Great run by Danica Patrick. 21st in practice, makes the right adjustments, does a great job of adapting to the racetrack, drove the car to the limit. She's on to the second round of qualifying.
Chase Elliott can move himself forward.
Look at those hands, Jeff. They're busy.
They are. Good turns 1 and 2, but not as good as we would have thought. He is a little quicker than Brian Scott at 24.
Oh, he put up a lot of time down here, Rick. Oh, get back to the gas. Little hesitation, though. I think it's going to be enough, though, to carry speed off 3 and 4. Look out. Even at that speed, though, doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah, 0.2 of a second better. So all the way up to 11th for Chase Elliott. That drops Danica Patrick down to 12th. Trevor Bayne now on the cut line.
Look at just move Keselowski and Johnson just one more step closer to the 24th position, and that 24th position is Brian Scott where the cut line is.
And I'm looking at those names. Logano, he's going to go again, and I think they find the speed. I think they pick up speed. Matt Kenseth, we see here driving out of the garage area. I feel he's going to be in the top 24. So that means Bayne, McDowell, DiBenedetto, they're going to be right at, if not below, the cut line.
It's like these cars are coming out of the locker room, and they've already played a quarter.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you've got somebody coming out, and it feels like there's a little intensity to go out and put together a good lap.
Yeah, and I always thought this was very difficult. The car did not go through tech. You're late. You're out of sequence. You got your mind kind of, messed up a little bit because is my car going to get through tech? Are we going to have time to make a qualifying run? All those things are going through your head. Now you got to get in the race car and go lay a lap time down with only 6 minutes to go. I always found this to be very challenging. I wasn't a good qualifier. This made it that much harder for me.
Really, it could be one and done, too, because they won't have enough time to come in, cool it back down to where they could go out and do a better lap.
A simple bobble. He enters turn 1 right here at over 200 miles an hour, trying to judge the grip level, trying to judge the bumps. What angle of entry does he take here? If this thing bounces up the racetrack, he could miss this next round.
Just nice and smooth. Came off the bottom a little bit, but he was in the throttle, so he's fine right now. He knows how the car drives. Had to feel pretty decent, right? By his time, now have a clean 3 and 4, and he'll be fine.
Just a bit there, out of 4.
He feels it. You can tell he feels it. That should be fine, he said, and it is.
8 for Matt Kenseth. Dave.
Logano not in, though, still below the cut line there, and he is going to get ready to go make another run, try to make it into round 2. It's usually one of two things, guys. Too free and you can't control it, or too tight and you can't turn it. It was the latter. The car would not turn in the corner for Joey.
That's hard on speed. As uncomfortable as free is, Jeff, when the front tires don't work and the car's tight, it's very hard for the driver to find much speed. You can only drive to the limit of the front tires.
Yeah, tight's a very difficult situation. You'd rather be a little bit tight than a little bit loose, but, well, I would rather be a little bit tight than a little bit loose, but a lot tight is just nothing you can do. Turning the wheels, the car's not going the direction you need it to go in. That makes you wait on the throttle. That makes the car not be in the position it needs to be in. Nothing goes good when the car is too tight.
Remember, the driver of the 22 swept this round a year ago. 1 at Charlotte, 1 at Kansas, 1 at Talladega.
And Jeff, you talked about it. It's the round of 12. It's time to step up, to get better, to find more speed. Yet we see the chase drivers scattered through the field. Kevin Harvick, a dominant lap time, sitting at first. A handful of guys in the top 10, but then look at Keselowski, Johnson. While they have moved forward and maybe they're playing a great game, I'm not planning on, and they're going to have tires left, and they're going to chase up for the pole. I don't see that. And currently Logano being below, I'm really surprised at the lack of speed through the entire chase field. There are some that are fast, but I really expected to see 8, 9, 10 of the top 10 being chase drivers.
Pulling out some of the information that Joey Logano was looking at, preparing to go out for one more run.
We have the 27 of Paul Menard. He's just now getting through inspection, so I believe that's the last car in the garage area, so he should be able to come out and make an attempt. That'll make all 40 cars have an attempt.
So if he runs a good lap, that can move Keselowski and Jimmy Johnson a step further down. And also, we're starting to see people make those second runs. So right now, the 34 car, Chris Buescher, he just left the race, just left pit road, coming to get the green. Everybody on pit road is watching Chris Buescher right now. If he can pick up a little speed, then that's indicative that the tires can go faster the second time, and it'll force the hand for Keselowski and Johnson.
Logano at the end of pit road waiting. We'll be going out here shortly as soon as the track clears. There's an opening but traffic beginning to build up on pit road now, so it might not be a clean racetrack as Joey Logano decides it's time he needs to go.
And Chris Buescher had a nice 1 and 2. He's still right on the green line. David Reagan, a solid 10th below the line at the middle of the backstretch. I believe these cars are going to go faster now that they know the grip level. This is going to really spin out everyone up pit road.
Buescher is going to be close.
24th. A lot of speed, though. Buescher goes 24th. Reagan
Did not
falling off the pace.
Yeah, didn't have a good 3 and 4. Rick had a great 1 and 2, but just wasn't enough. We see Menard currently trending back the right way. Will it continue? He needs about 4 100ths. 27th.
Menard 27th, and now Logano. He will take the green flag on his run.
I can't remember the last time Joey Logano had run twice in the first round.
So now if you're Keselowski and Johnson, I think you sit tight. I think you feel like you're okay. You haven't seen people pick up a lot of speed. I believe you're going to have to sit tight and not run another run.
Trending in the green and going the right direction as he goes into 3.
A lot of cars on track, though. It's hard to sit tight. If these 3 cars all put it together, Larson for sure, I think needs to be on the end of pit road having a plan to run.
Logano comfortably in the top 24. He's 11th.
Michael McDowell, he's got to get the throttle down.
He did it.
He did a nice job being patient, letting the thing run the bottom. That's going to eliminate, that puts Larson on the bubble.
Johnson in 22nd.
And there are a lot of cars on the racetrack, Jeff.
Can you sit tight with a minute 20 left?
There's Almirola on the clock in the red. Here, Landon Castle, he shuts it down. Realizes it wasn't going to work. Landon Castle, the only one on the clock right now.
Head the right way. Will it turn in the middle of the corner? It won't. Landon Castle goes the wrong way in the middle of the corner, but Ryan Scott has a chance. It looks like he drove in pretty deep. Too deep, I think. I think it's leaving the bottom. It's going to start hurting.
It's right here. A difficult decision right here. That's what these guys are doing. They're sitting here waiting. They need to be ready to roll. But right now, the decision's made for them. With only 35 seconds left, they're not going to go. They don't have enough time to go. So.
Right.
And Matt DiBenedetto could be the guy. He could cut Kyle Larson out of the top 24 right here with this lap. He's up the racetrack. Will he have enough speed to eliminate the 42?
Kyle Larson's rolling. Kyle Larson's rolling.
He's
right
out of
now.
time.
Yeah,
He's out of time. 18 seconds left. He'll never get back around. Field is set. Kyle Larson got caught sitting on pit road. He won't make the green, and for that reason, he will not make the second round.
How about that? Greg Biffle advances from the 24th position with a 28.103. Kevin Harvick was fastest in that first round of qualifying. And all 12 of the Chase drivers will advance into round 2. We'll hear from some of the drivers when we come back to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Qualifying underway, a mile and a half.